Hello, and welcome to the Intel Brief, your daily intelligence briefing on global geopolitics. Today is Monday, 16 September. I'm your host Daniel, the founder of HM Intelligence, and every weekday we bring you not just the news, but the so what from the events and decisions that shape our world. So grab a coffee and get ready to be informed. In today's update, we'll be covering Trump is safe after another attempted assassination. The Mexico president has signed a contested law to elect all judges. And Germany begins expanded border controls to control immigration. So firstly, on Sunday, shots were fired near former President Donald Trump at the Trump International Golf Course in West Palm Beach, Florida, prompting an investigation by the FBI, which is being treated as an apparent assassination attempt. The Secret Service engaged a suspect who had aimed a weapon near the course, though it was unclear if any shots were fired at the agents. The suspect then fled in a black SUV, but was later apprehended in Martin County. Authorities recovered an AK-47 style rifle with a telescopic sight and a GoPro camera at the scene. Trump was unharmed during the incident. This event follows an earlier assassination attempt on Trump in July, where he was grazed by a bullet during a rally in Pennsylvania, leading to heightened security around his campaign. In response to this latest threat, President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris expressed relief that Trump was safe and condemned political violence. Biden reaffirmed his commitment to ensuring the former president's safety, while Harris reiterated her stance against any form of violence in the country. So what? This is a quite worrying time in US politics. While there are likely many reasons for each attempted assassination, it is possible that the high levels of polarization and rhetoric from both sides are a key factor in what has driven these two attempts. Although it is unlikely to occur, hopefully there will be a cooling off of emotions following this election, as currently it seems like the US is attempting to rip itself apart. And next, the Mexican president has signed a landmark judicial reform law, making Mexico the first country to elect all of its judges through popular vote. The outgoing leader, along with President-elect, emphasized the need to eliminate corruption within the judiciary and ensure that judges follow strict laws. The ruling coalition's dominant position in Congress allowed the passage of the controversial law, which has sparked significant protests domestically and concerns internationally, particularly from trade partners such as the US and Canada. Critics have argued that the reform could undermine the independence of Mexico's judiciary, leaving elected judges susceptible to political pressure and influence from powerful groups, including the drug cartels. Diplomatic tensions have also arisen, with the US warning that inexperienced politically influenced judges could weaken democracy and disrupt investor confidence in the country. The law has ignited a fierce debate about its long-term impact, with the first judicial elections, including the Supreme Court justices, set to take place in June 2025. So what? It seems likely that this law change could open the door to the cartels having more power and influence in the country, something that could be catastrophic. Also, even if there are protests, it seems unlikely that much can be done and that this law will be coming into force next year. And lastly, starting today, Germany will expand its border checks to all land borders for at least the next 6 months, adding northern and western borders alongside the already monitored eastern and southern borders. This will affect crossings with countries such as Denmark, the Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, and France. Germany, which is located in the Schengen zone, which generally has no... Germany, Located in the Schengen area, which generally has no internal border checks between its member states, cites an overloaded asylum system and irregular migration as the reason for the new controls. The move has sparked criticism, particularly from the Polish Prime Minister, who has argued that Germany's actions threaten the integrity of the entire system. While these border checks may disrupt the movement of people and goods, they will be limited to visual and random checks, particularly on highways, and not enforced around the clock. The EU has allowed internal border checks under specific conditions, but emphasizes that they should only be used as a last resort. Despite this, several members, including Germany and France, have maintained or reintroduced border controls for various reasons, such as terrorism, migration, public health during the COVID-19 outbreak, and others. Germany has been monitoring its border with Austria since 2015 to curb terrorism and manage asylum seekers. The Interior Minister said they aim to intensify the border checks to reduce unauthorized entry, but asylum seekers will still be processed under the EU's regulations. So what? As we have stated in a previous assessment, this switch in policy towards migration control is likely a reaction to the rise of support with the AfD, which has been leaning heavily on the current migration crisis within Europe to garner support. Though it is possible that it is a response to the recent knife attacks, this appears unlikely, as they have happened in the past, which had not caused any political change. Thank you for listening to the Intel Brief, your daily intelligence briefing on global geopolitics, brought to you by HM Intelligence. If you want to support the podcast, tell your friends to help them stay informed, or leave us a 5-star review. And if you want to learn more about intelligence, why not take one of our courses? They're all online, self-paced, and affordable. Thank you for listening. I've been your host, Daniel, and I'll see you next time.